I want to take a few moments to address the issue that many of us are struggling with. I think the good majority of us can agree that at some point we have wondered why we may not be burning fat. The body is an amazing machine. It will do whatever you program it to do, by your actions and even by your thoughts. I personally really struggled with the same question for quite some time. I first started focusing on my health in my early 20s, but no matter what I did, I could not lose weight. I had cleaned up my diet, I was going to the gym, and I even started using a protein drink. I just couldn't figure out why I wasn't seeing any results. After a ton of researching and experimenting, today I would like to share with you my top 4 reasons why you may not be burning fat. I will use the PowerPoint to share with you some thoughts on calories, stress, fitness, and the nutritional value of specific foods. In Daphne Miller's book, Pharmacology, he explains the first thing on the list is always going to be calories. Almost all of you in the survey reported that you think you eat too many calories. Eating the right amount of healthy foods is best, but eating twice what your body needs in healthy foods or any foods will make you gain weight. Keep it within your calorie range and spread it out to small portion-sized meals. Miller also includes in his book what happens to our bodies when we don't eat enough calories. Yes, it goes both ways. If you're on a diet that calls for under 1,200 calories, stop. Get out. You're in a bad place. The body responds best when you feed it what it needs, not take it away. That means all your macros, including carbs. The trick is to hit your macros within your calorie-based range on your goal and activity level. Too few calories will turn your metabolism into a wounded turtle, and your body will hold on to fat. Next, let's take a look and see what happens when we are too stressed. According to the Mayo Clinic Guide to Stress-Free Living, written by Amit Soul, MD, when you're stressed out, your body produces a hormone called cortisol. This increases your body fat storage, particularly to the belly, if not controlled. Stress is caused mentally, physically, and emotionally, and can cause body fat even when dieting. In the hierarchy of fat loss, stress management may be the single most important factor. So I have concluded that it is a good idea to find things that are enjoyable to relieve stress and do them often, like daily, and get plenty of sleep as well. Most of you said that sometimes stress does have more control over your body than you have over it. I would suggest adding an adaptogen to your daily routine to help combat stress. The best natural supplement that I have found to combat stress is a plant-based adaptogen that I take every morning called Ionic Supreme. I recommend also having it before any stressful events. You will handle them much better. Now I would like to move on to some fitness tips, tricks, and mistakes that are far too common in all of us, but especially in women. Tom Rath, author of Eat, Move, Sleep, explains in his book the importance in weightlifting and why too much cardio is bad for your body. Most of you reported in the survey that you never lift weights. Rath explained, your muscle is your metabolism. When your goal is to lose fat, the primary role of strength training is to maintain muscle mass. When cutting your calories, your muscle is going to want to go as well. To combat that, you must train to build muscle and keep that metabolism and overall finished look at its highest standard. I recommend an 8 to 14 rep range. Rath also went on to say that long durations of cardio can lead to an overproduction of cortisol and possible health issues. And the fat burning zone turns into the muscles burning zone after about 45 to 60 minutes, which is counterproductive to fat loss. Picture a marathon runner's build compared to a sprinter. Same diet, but different training method. Keep those training sessions short and intense. And finally, my favorite part. The nutritional value of our foods are most commonly known as 80% of our key to weight loss. But so many of us seem to get confused when it comes to food. Scholars at Mayo Clinic share in their book, The Mayo Clinic Plan, 10 Steps to a Better Body and Healthier Life, 3 main points that may be contributing to burning fat. First, they discuss why it's a possibility that we could be eating too much fat. Good fats or not good fats, it contains 9 calories per gram, which adds up, so please don't replace all your carbs with them. Carbs are necessary for your overall success, and your body needs them. Yes, on the days that you drop your carbs, you'll want to raise your fats, but you still want to keep it within your macro percentage, and you want to keep it to good fats, avocados, coconut oil, almonds, etc. But remember, too much of a good thing doesn't stay a good thing. Secondly, Mayo Clinic feels that some of us may go nuts on the nuts. I know they're healthy, but they have a lot of calories and can add up quickly. If you're eating to fill up, I suggest low-calorie foods like raw veggies. If your goal is fat loss, keep it to about 10 to 15 almonds a day. Mayo Clinic explains that nuts are high in polyunsaturated fat, and it can lead to too much omega-6 and too little omega-3s in your diet. Saturated fat is generally better for improving your metabolism than unsaturated fat. And the last common nutritional mistake we use, protein powder rather than a meal replacement powder. Your body works best when given about 5 to 6 small nutrient-dense meals a day. In the survey, most of you said you neither use a protein powder or a meal replacement. However, almost all of you strongly agree that the nutritional value of our food today is much less than it was 100 years ago. With that in mind, I have concluded that a protein powder does not count as a meal. And if it's a cheap store-bought version, understand that by regulation, it only has to be 30% whey to be called whey protein. Yep, that means the rest can be fillers and whatever else is inexpensive for the supplier to add to keep their costs down and raise their profit. Which in turn means bloating, gas, bad breath, no weight loss, and no gains. Go straight for the best meal replacement powder that you can find, as it might be your most important meal of the day. Because other foods may be depleted of key nutrients and minerals, so you want one that contains all the macronutrients, live digestive enzymes, undenatured protein, BCAAs, trace minerals, and even vitamins. I choose the products that I use because they spend $2 million a year in research to make sure it has the best possible ingredients available. You should never be too cautious with anything you eat or drink daily. Remember, give to the body, not take away. So give it the best if you want the best in return. In conclusion, do not forget that the body is an amazing machine. It will do whatever you program it to do, by your actions and even by your thoughts. But whatever you choose, give it your all, be patient, don't wait until you hit your goal to be proud. Love yourself the whole journey and realize each day that you are a better version of yourself. And lastly, don't give yourself the option to quit. You will never be defeated as long as you keep fighting. Today I went over some tips on calorie intake, stress, fitness routines, and nutrition. I hope you found this information useful and are able to start taking steps to start burning more fat.